You thought I was gonna let you watch the fun part first? Well, you're right. Hey there, it's Nick, and today we're gonna be doing the easiest 2S toothpick build you can do. Let's get to it. So for some reason, Happy Model did the Crux 3 probably 6 years ago or something like that, and then they also delivered another Crux 3, but this time it was ELRS. But that version is not 2S, that version is only 1S. And I was like, I don't understand why they ditched it, because 2S it's gonna be a bit more powerful, I guess. So I wanted to make my 2S version of it with something very simple, which is the Mobula 8, which has a board that supports 2S. So what we're gonna do basically, and it's very easy because it's not a build, I don't have to solder, I don't have to do anything at all, just unscrewing and screwing. We're gonna do a transfer from this to this, and then we'll have our 2S toothpick build. We're gonna have to use these 12025 motors, 8000 kV, just so they have a little bit more of torque when we start using the 3-inch props we need to use on the Crocs. But that's the only thing we need to modify. Now, if you look here, you see that these motors are not even soldered, they're just plugged. So it's very easy, and this is a very simple way you guys can do a toothpick build and try the toothpicks without having to solder or without having to get a complete build. And it's also pretty cheap. Here you have the Mobula 8, which is $114. You can even get it for less, and it's a complete drone. And here you have the Happy Model kit, which is $44, and you can even select which motors you want. So here's the things you'll need: the Crocs 3 frame, you also need this, and of course the props. And obviously we need the Mobula 8 so you can do the build. So let's get into disassembling this Mobula 8. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and I'm gonna tell you something that I feel very stupid for, and is that when I started doing this build 1 month ago, when I finished the build, I fucked up the motors. All 3 motors, I killed them, which are here, which will probably be another video because I'm gonna fix them. I cut the winding with the screw because I'm kind of stupid. So just so it doesn't happen to you, I'm telling you right now that you gotta be very careful with it. So now we have the board, and we can keep this there. This board is also waterproof. If you want to see how I did it, you can go ahead and watch the video. I don't like at all this little connection with, this is the RC, the RX, I hate it. Actually, it's broken, but it still works. Now let's start building. You also need, right here, I have a M2, 60 millimeters, and for this we need 4. We also need the nuts for this, which are here. Okay, and we set. And actually, before we start, in the Crux 3 build, you have to take these out and you have to invert them. So we're gonna do it right now. These are the rubber spacers and dampeners. Let's try to get them out without damage them. Now we can actually start the build. So let's go. So there's an important part here, and it's that you have to put the cable right below, and you also have to take on account that the USB will be here. So this is the correct way to put it, not like this, because then the USB won't enter. If you put it like this, it has to be this way. So now we can hold it there and put the screws. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the canopy, which is this one. This is the first prototype. I think it'll hold. So I'm gonna put it in. Also, just so you know, you don't have to really use this canopy right here. You could also use the Mobula canopy and it'll work. I'm just curious how this will fly with this canopy and with the camera on as well. And now the fun part comes, which are the motors. So you can see from behind, from the bottom you still have access to all the motors. These are the ones I screw, and I'm gonna show you real quick how I did. You see, here's where the screws come in, and these screws are just a tiny bit longer. So when I screw them in, they touch the winding just a tiny bit, and I cut it. And I'm gonna just use 2, one here and one here, and that'll be it. and I'm gonna tidy them up super slowly to see if it fits. It's much easier to first connect and then put the motor, and not the other way around, just so you know. Okay, now it's ready. The only thing that's missing is the props, and I'm not gonna put them first because I want to check where is the motor's direction going. So we're gonna connect to a battery and we're gonna check if the motors are correctly rotating. Props out. Yep, I think they're good. Let's put the props on. Make sure it's all the way seated. Perfect. 49 grams, and with the batteries on, it will be 73 grams. Let's go test it outside. We're gonna fly it for the first time and see how it is without the camera first, and then we're gonna put the Insta360 on and see how it holds. Huh. If this happens to you, it's most likely motor direction. Let's try it again. So the drone was flying pretty good. I was still trying to like get used to the weight of the drone, but I was trying to fly it like I used to fly my Mobula 8 and also my Air 75 outdoors, and it held up pretty well. This is the PID configuration, the PID tuning on the Mobula 8, nothing else. Props out, and well, it was flying good. Now here, what I'm gonna do is like test how long the battery lasts. And oh boy, when I landed, I was surprised. I was flying like a medium freestyle, I guess. So we land at 5 minutes 17 with 450 milliamp battery, which is pretty good. Now let's see with the camera, which is 109 grams. But for this, I'm gonna go into the wild. So I'm gonna take a little hike and we're gonna test it right here because I want it to be special. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but here you go. There you have it, guys, the easiest 2S 3-inch toothpick you can do. I'm super surprised. It obviously flies a little bit heavy on the Insta360, but whatever. See ya!